Are Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin hiding more than just on-screen chemistry? Whispers behind the scenes suggest something far more intriguing. Insiders are quietly confirming what fans have only dared to suspect. From unexpected blushes to stolen glances, the tension is real. What's really going on between these two stars? Let's dive into the truth, only here on Hidden Korea. It was supposed to be just another casting announcement, a highly anticipated pairing between two beloved actors, Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin, for the upcoming romantic drama A Winter's Promise. But what unfolded during the first few script readings and rehearsals left not only fans but also insiders questioning, is there more than just acting between these two stars? The first meeting, and the first blush. According to sources close to the production, it all started on a chilly Monday morning in early March, inside Studio 3 of Seoul's prestigious Han River Broadcasting Center. The production team had gathered the cast for a closed-door table read. The atmosphere was professional. Until Yoo Yeon-seok walked on and laid eyes on Chae Soo-bin for the first time that day. Witnesses say that as the two exchanged polite greetings, something visibly shifted. It was subtle but unmistakable, said one staff member under condition of anonymity. Yeon-seok paused for just a second too long. And Chae Soo-bin laughed nervously, and blushed. Another production assistant recalled. Feel the temperature in the room go up by 5 degrees. Everyone noticed, a chemistry too real to fake. Yeon-seok, known for his deep emotional range and intense focus, reportedly stumbled over his lines twice during the first romantic scene rehearsal, something he rarely does. Chae Soo-bin, with her signature warmth and grace, seemed flustered yet delighted. What started as nervous laughter quickly evolved into moments of eye contact that lingered far longer than the script demanded. Insiders began whispering, was this method acting? Or something more? Even veteran director Hong Ji-won seemed slightly amused. You two look like you've met before in another life, he joked during a break, prompting another round of blushing, this time from both actors. But the most shocking moment came during the final rehearsal of the day. The tension peaks, and cameras were still rolling. In one of the key scenes, Chae Soo-bin's character confesses her long-hidden feelings. Script called for a soft, emotional moment. Happen instead caught everyone off guard. Yeon-seok deviated slightly from the script, stepping closer than required, his voice barely above a whisper. I've no idea how long I've waited to hear that. The words weren't in the script. Chae Soo-bin froze. For a full 3 seconds, no one spoke. Even the cameraman kept filming, unsure if this was rehearsed or real. Then she broke into a genuine, almost tearful smile, not as her character, but as herself. The air was thick with electricity. It was as if the line between performance and reality had blurred in front of everyone's eyes. Behind closed doors, and behind the rumors. That evening, rumors began circulating among crew members. They left the studio together, claimed one assistant stylist. No managers, just the two of them. Another staff member added, we were told not to speak about what we saw. It was too personal. Since then, fans have been quick to notice subtle clues, shared accessories, matching coffee cups. A candid photo of the two actors at a late-night bookstore in Hongdae, though their faces were partially hidden under masks and caps, by tight-lipped representatives from both camps. A reliable insider from the production team finally broke the silence last week. There's definitely something going on. They're trying to be discreet, but when they're together, it's obvious. They're not just co-stars anymore. An unexpected twist, the third party no one saw coming. Just when fans began celebrating a potential real-life romance, an unexpected name entered the conversation, actress Lee Sung-kyung. According to an unverified but persistent rumor, Lee Sung-kyung, a longtime friend of Yoo Yeon-seok, visited the set during week 3 of filming, and appeared visibly upset after a brief private conversation with him. Some speculate she may have harbored feelings for him, complicating the budding connection with Chae Soo-bin. After that day, one source noted, Chae Soo-bin looked more distant, still professional, but the sparkle in her eyes dimmed a bit. A few days later, Yeon-seok reportedly missed a rehearsal, officially due to scheduling issues. but some believe it was a personal decision to let things cool down. Insiders began piecing together fragments of the puzzle: an old rumored connection between Yoo Yeon-seok and Lee Sung-kyung, a silent tension between the two women on set, Chae Soo-bin's shifting mood during filming. She went from radiant to reserved overnight, one makeup artist revealed. Her eyes told a different story than her smile. Even director Hong Ji-won reportedly held a private meeting with the two actors to address on-set dynamics, a meeting that lasted nearly 40 minutes behind a closed door, with no other staff allowed inside. A change in the script, and in the air. Episode 8, initially written to be the most romantic episode of the drama, suddenly underwent major revisions. The confession scene was toned down, physical closeness reduced. When questioned, the scriptwriter only responded cryptically, "We're adapting to real emotions." Sometimes fiction follows reality. For viewers, these changes might seem insignificant. For those behind the scenes, they marked a shift. It was like the production was quietly pulling them apart. One lighting technician, as if they didn't want the lines between acting and real life to blur again. And yet, even with all the caution and scripted restraint, the connection between Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin couldn't be completely hidden. Between takes, subtle glances, early their smiles, and an unspoken understanding still danced between them like unfinished lines in a half-written play. Caught in the act, the parking lot incident. Most shocking development came just last week, and it wasn't part of any scene. A fan, unknowingly holding her phone's camera while waiting for an autograph, caught a brief moment outside the studio's underground parking lot. The grainy footage shows Yoo Yeon-seok gently placing his hand on Chae Soo-bin's shoulder as they stood next to a black SUV. Her head dropped slightly. Leaned in. No kiss, no grand gesture, but the intimacy of the moment was unmistakable. The video spread like wildfire across fan forums. Agencies scrambled to do damage control. "They were simply discussing a scene," said a representative. Fans weren't convinced. "It was too real," one commenter wrote. "Wasn't acting. That was them." The rumored break, and the letter that changed everything. Just as the video went viral, Yeon-seok announced he would be taking a short break from filming due to exhaustion. The announcement came suddenly. No further explanation. Fans feared the worst. Had the behind-the-scenes pressure taken a toll? But then came the next shock. A leaked photo from the set's art department showed a handwritten letter, addressed to Soo-bin. No one knows how it was found or why it was left behind. Words inside have sent fans into a frenzy. "If I could go back to that first rehearsal, I'd do it all again, even if it meant going through the follow twice. Because in that one moment, with you, everything felt honest." Was it really from Yoo Yeon-seok? Neither side has confirmed, nor denied, the letter's existence. Where it all stands now: love, distance, and public eyes. As of this week, both Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin have returned to filming. Sources say they remain professional, cordial, and composed. But the magic, and the underlying ache, still lingers. "They speak less," said a camera operator. "But when they do, it's with a weight that wasn't there before. Every word is being measured." Fans are divided. Some want answers, others want to protect their privacy. But all agree on one thing: something extraordinary happened between these two. Whether it was love, confusion, fleeting connection caught in the spotlight, it left a mark that no amount of editing or PR spin can erase. Final curtain or just intermission? Winter's Promise heads into its final weeks of production. The line between fiction and reality continues to blur. For Yoo Yeon-seok and Chae Soo-bin, the question isn't just about their character's fate, it's about their own. Will they choose to keep their connection hidden in the folds of what could have been? Or will the final episode of this real-life drama end not with a script, but a choice? Until then, we'll be watching, silently, curiously, and with our hearts on edge. Stay tuned. The real ending might still be unwritten. Only here, on Hidden